accelerate on a
Mm-hmm.
constant speed from
Mm-hmm.
300 Newton seconds into 580 Newton seconds.
Yeah.
And now
So.
considering that,
Mm-hmm.
then it would be safe to assume that it would surpass all of Rio's
Exactly.
resistant force, because the electrons coming from your dick is higher than the distance over resistance in
Mm.
the cum and cum sperm. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then
Exactly.
with a little mixture of sodium hydrochloride phosphor and an unit of carbon the cum side, carbon the cum spermatoza. Alright, so the
Uh.
momentum
uh
is berapa sih?
175. 175.
Oh yeah.
The velocity is like I said, the velocity of my com kan kayak you made me like someone Chinese made me come, right? It took
Yeah.
in 2 seconds it travels 50 centimeters. So yeah, velocity is 25 meters per
Yes.
second.
So velocity.
Uh,
Oh yeah, then the mass is 7. So the momentum is 175, yes.
yeah.
And then the impulse is a force time. And then a force times time. So you come in 2 seconds after being given head by Referio Etan Wijaja, and the force that you're pulsing into Rio is 150 newtons. So times that. So
Yeah, 583. 583. Okay.
580. Oh yeah, so it's
Yeah,
accelerated.
yeah, yeah.
Yes. So
No, no, no.
the
The
impulse.
final the no wait, sorry. The vector resultant is 583. That's if I already compared. Sorry, if I convert this my scale from 1 centimeter. No, sorry, 1 centimeter to 500 100 Newton. So like I said, tadi kan kayak so like if I draw it in a graph kayak so like my leg x1 and x2, so like my leg.
Keep recording. Shut
No,
your mouth and keep giving us head.
you're recording this. I don't give a shit.
No.
Okay,
Oh
so
come on! It would be gold if I actually record.
no, this will be good. So let's say x1 and x2. So x1 is my leg, and x2 is like my dick. The angle. No, I know that. No, sorry. X1 is my leg, and x2 is like someone's like a Chinese person's waist or hips. Let's
Yes.
say. So my legs would be 5 centimeters, and the hips would be 3, because obviously my legs are longer than the hips, right? So using the Pythagorean theorem, I can determine the
Hey.
vector resultant from my dick. Okay, so like my
Yes.
dick is obviously like in a triangular motion between my legs and my in with the hips, right? So
Sorry,
if you
Sanj.
input so if
Yeah.
you input this into the Pythagorean theorem, the Pythagorean theorem, as you all know, is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So using the values we know already, it'd be five squared plus 3 squared, right? So 5 squared
Yes.
is 725, and 3 squared is 9. We get a result of 34, and I calculate this the square root, the rough square root of 34. If you run it up to decimal points, it would be 5.83. 5.83 centimeters. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, but that's if we plot it in a graph. That's if we plot it in a
Yes.
graph. Okay. But
Wait,
but
wait.
for vector, yes,
What
Professor Dylan.
kind of hips are we talking about? Does that hip contain more testosterone in it or more estrogen? Because if it
Estrogen
contains
in it.
more estrogen,
Hmm.
then it would safe to assume that the hips are in a feminine physique, and that would mean an extra 3 centimeters in the width and the breadth of the
Wait, no, no,
hips.
no. Oh, I know, but they'll like no. I think
Yes.
that's all accurate. But like, okay, okay. Let's just add like 1 more centimeter to the x2, the woman's
Mhm.
waist. Okay, so
Yes.
so x2, then it will be 4. Then it'll be sorry, squared. 4 squared is 16. So 25 plus 16, that's 41. If we square root 41, then our rough answer would be 6.4.
Six point
6
four.
6.40. If you run it up to the lowest decimal place, we got 6.4. Now this is our centimeters. I'm plotting this in a graph. I know that my vector, right?
Yes.
Because the Rio's position is east, then because I'm fucking him in a doggy style position, so that means I would be like, so if we put it in a movie motion, then I would be like left of him, right? From someone else's perspective, right? Nah. So I would be like a little bit west of south because my dick is going downwards,
Mm-hmm.
like let's say
Downwards
so
you mean
it
like sorry, downwards you mean like vertically y negative direction, right?
no, that vertically is too much. So let's say like a bit of diagonally, you know.
Oh,
So
so
if you were
it's
put it in a
what?
graph, hmm, if you were put it in a
Oh
graph, so
yeah.
like let's say the four quadrants, the X plane, right? So I mean I'm right now I'm in a positive X plane, so and then
Mm-hmm.
Rio is like no, not Rio, sorry, like so a Chinese person is in like the far right of the east, like like the second quadrant or like the first quadrant you say,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I would be a little bit left, and my dick because it's like a diagonal pointing down. So a good term, I guess, is my to determine the vector. So a good term that I would use is like this. I said my dick is like I'm sorry, wait. I'm still elaborating. So I'd say it's like
Yeah.
30 degrees south of east. Okay. So like it's
Mm-hmm.
not really like going down, but it's just a little bit going down, right? Okay, now for a conclusion. So as I said, the vector resultant of my dick is 6.40 centimeters. Now, but this is in a graph. If I were to plot it in a graph, this would be the
Mm-hmm.
accurate measurement. But if I put, but this is not the full result because
Shut up, Ri.
so
This is the formula. This is the
yeah.
golden formula.
So but I'm trying to calculate how much force I'm pounding a Chinese person, right? So
Yes.
then I would because I'm pounding it very hard, I would put like the scale like 1 centimeters equals 100 newtons, right? Yeah, I'm pounding it very hard. You don't
One
judge,
centimeters
okay?
equals 100 newtons.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know it sounds inhuman, but yeah, that's me. So 6.4, okay,
Six point four
6.4
centimeters.
centimeters, 6.4 centimeters,
Yes.
right? 6.40
So
equals. Then, if we use simple if we use just simple shit, then we would know that 6.4 times 100, and that is 640. So I'm pounding a Chinese person with 640 newtons
force.
amount of force, and
All
with my
right.
dick, uh, so with my dick pointing in a 30-degree angle south of east. Thank you.
Alright, so now that we found your force, now
Mm-hmm.
before we calculate the new impulse value, we also have to
Mm-hmm.
calculate the arc length of the Chinese man's ass. So
Human.
the formula to calculate an arc length is
Mm-hmm.
degree over 360 times
Mm-hmm.
pi r2, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yes,
correct.
so assuming that the Chinese man's hips are of 30 degrees, was it?
That's it,
Or
yeah,
30?
30 degrees.
Yes, 30 degrees. So
Okay,
30.
you know what? Let's try. I think it's best if we make Professor Dylan take over this because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think yeah, and
So
then
three.
I'll do my part.
So 30. Wait. Professor Dylan would need to prepare his Desmos calculator for a second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yes. So in a sense of rhetorical theology, 30 over 360 times pi. Now assuming the radius, sorry, the radius,
Mm-hmm.
since Chinese men tend to have a big fat bubblegum ass, it would seem to assume
Mm-hmm.
that the radius is above 100,000 100,000 centimeters. So 100,000 divided by two, because the 100,000 is the diameter. So divided by
Mm-hmm.
two, and it no shut
And we
up.